Have you ever wondered why some of Africa's most promising leaders, who championed independence and self-reliance, met untimely and mysterious ends? Today, we delve into a dark and often hidden chapter of history, exploring the stories of 10 African presidents whose deaths remain shrouded in suspicion, especially after they dared to challenge Western powers. Let's start with Patrice Lumumba, the first democratically elected prime minister of the Congo. Lumumba was a fierce nationalist who envisioned a Congo free from foreign exploitation. He wanted to use his country's vast mineral wealth for its own people. But his anti-colonial stance and leanings towards the Soviet Union during the Cold War made him a target. In 1961, just months after taking office, he was overthrown in a coup, captured, and brutally executed. Declassified documents later revealed the involvement of both Belgian and American intelligence agencies in his downfall and assassination. His death was a devastating blow to the Pan-African movement. Next, we have Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso, often called Africa's Che Guevara. Sankara was a revolutionary leader who came to power in 1983. He implemented ambitious programs for social, ecological, and economic change. He vaccinated millions of children, fought desertification by planting 10 million trees, and promoted women's rights. Most significantly, he rejected foreign aid from institutions like the International Monetary Fund, calling it a new form of colonialism. In 1987, at the young age of 37, Sankara was assassinated in a coup led by his close friend, Blaise Compaoré. Many believe that foreign powers, particularly France, who were uneasy with his radical independence, had a hand in orchestrating the coup. His death cut short a revolution that was inspiring a generation of Africans. Then there's the story of Sylvanus Olympio, the first president of Togo. After Togo gained independence from France in 1960, Olympio took a bold step. He decided to abandon the French colonial currency, the CFA franc, and create Togo's own national currency. This move would have given Togo true economic independence from France. Just days before the new currency was set to be introduced in January 1963, Olympio was assassinated in Africa's first post-colonial military coup. The leader of the coup was a former French Foreign Legion soldier. France denied any involvement, but the timing of his death and the subsequent cancellation of the new currency have fueled suspicion for decades. Let's move to Nigeria and General Murtala Muhammad. He became head of state in 1975 and quickly became a popular hero for his Africa has come of age speech. While the plotters were Nigerian military officers, questions have always lingered about whether foreign interests, threatened by his nationalist policies, played a role behind the scenes. Consider Samora Machel, the first president of Mozambique. A charismatic Marxist leader, Machel was a staunch opponent of the apartheid regime in neighboring South Africa, which was supported by many Western nations. He provided a safe haven for the African National Congress, Nelson Mandela's party. In 1986, Machel's presidential plane crashed just inside South African territory under mysterious circumstances. The South African government blamed pilot error, but a Soviet-led investigation suggested the plane was deliberately lured off course by a decoy radio beacon. Many in Mozambique and across Africa believe it was an assassination carried out by the apartheid regime's security forces with the tacit approval of their Western allies. The case of Laurent-Désiré Kabila in the Democratic Republic of Congo is also deeply perplexing. Kabila came to power in 1997, ousting the longtime dictator Mobutu Sese Seko. Initially backed by Western interests, Kabila soon began to assert his country's economic sovereignty. He renegotiated mining contracts with foreign corporations, seeking better terms for the Congolese people. He also began to forge closer ties with other African nations outside the sphere of Western influence. In January 2001, he was shot and killed by one of his own bodyguards. While the bodyguard was immediately killed, the true masterminds behind the assassination have never been definitively identified. The chaos that followed his death allowed foreign exploitation of Congo's resources to continue. We also have the tragic case of Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. For decades, Gaddafi was a thorn in the side of the West. But his most ambitious project was his plan to create a new Pan-African currency, the gold dinar, which would be used to trade African oil and other resources, bypassing the US dollar. This move would have shifted the economic balance of power. In 2011, following a popular uprising, a NATO-led military intervention was launched. The intervention went far beyond its stated mandate of protecting civilians, leading to the collapse of Gaddafi's government and his brutal killing. Many analysts argue that the real threat was not Gaddafi himself, but his plan for African economic independence. Another leader who met a suspicious end was John Mills of Ghana. Elected in 2009, Mills was praised for his integrity and commitment to good governance. However, he also took a strong stance on Ghana's newly discovered oil reserves, insisting that the national interest would be paramount in all deals with foreign oil companies. He pushed for transparency and greater local content in the industry, which may have ruffled the feathers of powerful multinational corporations. In July 2012, he died suddenly in office from a throat condition, just months before an election he was expected to win. The lack of a formal coroner's inquest and the conflicting reports about his death have led to persistent speculation about the true circumstances. Let's not forget Laurent Gbagbo of the Republic of the Congo. He came to power in 1968 and established a one-party socialist state. He nationalized the oil industry, taking control away from French companies that had dominated it for years. This move was a direct challenge to French economic interests in its former colony. Gbagbo was a vocal critic of neo-colonialism and sought to build alliances with other progressive African states. In March 1977, he was assassinated by a suicide squad at his residence. While a former president was officially blamed and executed, many believe the assassination was orchestrated by foreign intelligence services to regain control over Congo's valuable oil resources. Finally, we look at the death of João Bernardo Vieira of Guinea-Bissau. Vieira was a veteran of the country's war for independence and ruled for many years. His country became a major transit point for drug trafficking from Latin America to Europe. Vieira vowed to fight the drug trade, a business that allegedly involved powerful figures in the military and politics, with potential links to international networks. In March 2009, after the army's chief of staff was killed in a bombing, soldiers retaliated by storming the presidential palace and assassinating Vieira. While it was framed as an act of revenge, many believe his commitment to tackling the powerful drug cartels, which benefit international criminal organizations, signed his death warrant. The stories of these 10 leaders are just the tip of the iceberg. They paint a disturbing picture of a continent struggling for true sovereignty against powerful external forces. While concrete proof is often buried, the patterns are hard to ignore. Strong, independent-minded leaders who challenge Western economic and political dominance often meet tragic and mysterious ends. Their legacies serve as a powerful reminder of the high price of true independence. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video insightful, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into hidden history.